What if I told you the secret to building a high-performing team has nothing to do with hitting targets and everything to do with truly knowing your people? Most managers are still bottling up feedback for annual reviews, assuming everyone's priorities are the same or saying my door is always open while their team just quietly disengages in the background. So today I'm going to give you my proven 4-part system for running one-on-ones that actually work all year round. And I'm not just saying this, step 4 is the most important. It is the must do and it is where most people fail. So please stick around for step 4. This is a system that transforms communication, builds trust, and creates a culture of accountability without micromanaging. You've probably been told that one-on-ones are just a chat or something you can move around in the calendar when things get busy. But the best leaders treat these moments like non-negotiables and the results speak for themselves. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact cadence and format of the one-on-ones that boost performance, some key mindset shifts that most managers miss, and how to build a feedback loop that your team actually values. So by the way, I'm Heather. I've helped more than 5,000 managers around the world build high-performing teams, and this system is one of the most practical tools that I have ever shared. So let's get into it. Step 1 is making sure that you have a cornerstone for an annual salary review. This makes sure that we have chance every single year to reflect on real growth. It's not just about talking about money. It's about career clarity, performance recognition, and forward planning. So once a year, you need to have a high-impact conversation that should never be a surprise, but should be a milestone moment for recognition, not negotiation. Here's exactly how you're going to do it. You're going to send an agenda 48 hours in advance. This agenda will cover wins, challenges, and career goals. You need to come prepared with your decision. Don't leave them hanging. So make sure you have all the information beforehand so you know what salary range you can give them. If they then come back and try to negotiate, we need to be honest. So never overpromise just because it feels awkward, but also don't block an opportunity if it does exist. This annual review is about clarity, not just compensation. And before we get any further, if you want to download my full PDF agenda for every single one of these one-on-ones, I'm going to link it in the description notes, so go there and use it. Step 2, we go into something that's a bit more frequent, which is a 90-day deep dive. Every 90 days, we will have a 90-minute meeting with every single person in our team. People change, priorities shift, and performance deserves reflection more than once a year. This is what builds true alignment. So we're going to have a quarterly sit down that goes so much deeper than just how are things going. In this quarterly sit down, we have values, feedback, blockers, leadership growth. We want to make sure that there's space for two-way feedback, so for them to give you feedback as well as them to give it to you. Again, the agenda is linked below, but please come prepared with powerful questions. We want to ask them about wins, challenges, feedback for you, and growth plans. We need to share our reflections. This has to be a two-way mirror, so both people need to prepare. We don't want to just review performance. We want to get to know our team and really build the next chapter together. Step 3 is fortnightly check-ins. These check-ins are going to keep momentum. They're going to reduce the back and forth. They're going to create a space for things that would otherwise go unsaid. In practice, this looks like a recurring 30-minute slot every 2 weeks dedicated solely to them. We don't need an agenda for this. We just need the space held. So book it in their calendar, and here's the thing, you can never cancel. This needs to be a non-negotiable for you. Let them lead the conversation, let them show up and bring any support they need to that conversation. But you need to show up fully, be present, ask questions, and show them that it matters. Over time, something really magical is actually going to happen here. They will start solving things themselves, because when you have that space in every single 2 weeks, it means that when small things come up during the week, instead of saving it up for that space, they can think, how can I solve this myself? I need to get through this. How do I take wins to those bi-weekly meetings instead of struggles? This is a really consistent way that we can show up as their leader. Step 4, and the single most important step in every single part of this, if you do not do this, the rest of it will fall down, is daily praise and feedback. So making sure that we are consistently delivering feedback where it needs to be. Performance doesn't change from one meeting. It changes in these everyday moments. Feedback isn't an event. We should never see it as like a one-off static thing. It needs to be a constant rhythm. It is the heartbeat of this entire system. This is how trust, accountability, and real growth are built, by you as a leader showing up honestly every single day and being so truthful and transparent with your team. Let me tell you exactly how to do this. So I actually use Kim Scott's radical candor, which is care personally and challenge directly. When we give this difficult feedback, it is the kindest thing we could possibly possibly do for someone, because it means they can grow from it. If we don't take time to deliver difficult feedback for someone, we are essentially stealing a growth opportunity away from them. But this is the same for praise too. So making sure that we really take time to praise people for small wins, when they do things well, when they live up to values, when they smash a project, really take time out to make sure they know and understand that they have done a great thing. So give that feedback really clearly and kindly. It's just something small like, this is becoming a pattern, let's work through it. And I have a whole other video on exactly how to deliver difficult feedback if you want that. Final reminder here, you are not your team's life manager. So we are not here to fix people's lives, but we are responsible for creating a workplace where they can thrive. When you understand their goals, support them in building boundaries, they will show up better, not just for themselves, but for the business too. So start with just one change today. Schedule that 90-day deep dive and make sure you download the free Know Your Team playbook and the agendas in the description. And if this was helpful, I'd really appreciate if you hit subscribe and maybe even drop a comment below. Appreciate every single time someone does that. So we drop practical management videos every single week, and those subscribes and comments really help to keep us going.